Good evening. Good evening. We're back tonight for our work in English every Wednesday night. Tonight we have the topic on duality. So I invite you all now to welcome on a prayer and thank you all that they are here tonight with us through online. So let's elevate our thoughts. Let's breathe the air calmly. We're very thankful for the opportunity here tonight to continue learning through our studies. The teachings that come from us, from our Master Jesus Christ, to help us find better ways. Better ways to find happiness, to find hope, to help one another on this physical experience that we all are part of it as a family. We thank our mentors of our spiritual center for the opportunity tonight. Ask them to continue illuminating our path, giving us joy so we can continue our work, helping ourselves and others. So in the name of God, in the name of our Master Jesus Christ, in the name of the mentors of this spiritual center, we ask permissions to start our work for tonight. So be it. So tonight, the topic is duality. And I'm going to start with John 10:29, where it tells us what happened with Jesus Christ while he was in the Temple of Solomon. He was walking around and the people around him came and asked him to say it clearly if he was the Christ. And he looks at them and says, listen, I already told you, you see my work, but you choose not to believe me. And then he used a phrase that I am one with my Father. And then the people around him grabbed stones to try to stone Jesus Christ. And he continues, you're trying to throw stones at me when I tell you that I'm the good pastor, when I'm telling you that the things that I do was given to me from my Father. And I'm here for my followers, and they believe on me. And he completes saying, I am with my Father, and my Father is with me. So this sentence says exactly what we're going to be talking about here tonight. Jesus Christ was now part of this duality that we live here today. We all do. Because all of us has a point of view. And our point of view is based in our beliefs. Our point of view is based in what we believe and in what they taught us. And the most important part is our point of view is based in what we separated, what is right and what is wrong. That is duality. So 2 points, 2 objectives. Most of the time we base our choices in the right and wrong in our point of views. And that constitutes the duality that the human race lives today. We forget that we don't have only those 2 choices. We have another choice. we have the third point, that is the point in common for the well-being for all of us in this planet. Sometimes my truth is not the well-being, is not the better truth for hundreds of thousands of other people or millions. Sometimes my wrong is not the right wrong for millions of people. So how are we going to correlate that? How are we going to get to a common point so the teachings that the Master Jesus Christ brought us can come across? The problem today is the point that he brought us, the teachings, the examples, doesn't come across us because we refuse to believe in him the same way the people in the temple refused to believe in him, even though they will see him doing wonderful things, curing people, so-called miracles, saying things that was never said before, behaving like no one has behaved in that time. And it's still, most of the people did not believe in him. And as that today, most of the people today, they open their mouths and they scream out loud, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my Savior. That's the most famous phrase out there, is this one, that he is our Savior. And the second one is that he died to save us. But we still do not believe in him because we're still living with this duality and we do not know who we are. For us to eliminate this duality and have our companionship, our friendship, our good actions to come across others, we need to see each other as equal and then as one, just like Jesus Christ said. As one as this, a good example, it's a pot that is made of a clay, right? So you see a pot, it's made out of clay. So there is two things in there. There is the clay and then the pot form. Nobody comes and look and say, oh, look at the clay now. They say, look at the pot. But the pot is made out of clay. So there is two things in one. Two different things, but they are one. I hope you can understand that. That's the same way, that's how we should live as humanity. We need to be one with the teachings of Jesus Christ, with him. We need to be one with God, with the creator of all things. We need to be on him, and him needs to be on us. Him, it, whatever you want to call it. So that's how we're going to eliminate duality in our humanity. So why we have this strong points of view and eliminating the third point, that is to see us as one, we're never gonna live as humanity. We're never gonna have points, teachings to come across because everybody thinks differently. We need to see each other as one, and we need to see the essence of people. So how we do that? What is our essence? So what are we, first of all? What are we? Right? We study Spiritism. We believe in evolution. We believe in reincarnation. We know where we came from. We know where we began. Right? So if everybody began in God, okay, by his touch, we all of us have some divinity inside of us. Agree? I hope so. So if all of us are equal on a creation, why can't we be one when we treat each other? Why do we have such a duality in our judgments. Why we have so much judgment in what is right, what is wrong, what is ugly, what is beautiful, what is skinny, what is fat, what is etc., etc., etc. And everything, we have this duality judgment point of view. We can never see each other as one. If I look at somebody before judging him and say, listen, that guy, that person is me. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let it go. Because he is me. And he has the right to be him. The way he wants to be. So the judgments comes from us, this duality comes from us, because we think our point of view, or the way we do things are better than others. That's called pride, right? It's the hidden pride that is all in all of us. We are incapable of living life only with mercy, compassion, joy, and forgiveness. Wonderful things. If they are wonderful, why we don't live like this 24 hours of the day? Why we have to bring the other part in, the other judgment part is in, that is bad, that everybody knows is bad, right? Selfishness, pride. Why we all are so used to of those negativities? Why we are always called in the moments of opportunity to see ourselves as one? We stir from the right way and we start hiding behind masks and we start the judgment, we start the rage, so on and so forth. Do you think we'll have wars if we see one and another as equals? You think we have wars if we see and respect one another and know that we came from the same Creator? No. That's the reason why. It starts in here. We don't believe in God. We don't believe in Jesus Christ. We only have words coming out of our mouths because our actions show a totally different scenario. It's very nice to say, it's very nice to preach, but on the acting, on the behavior, that's where the complication comes. So we need to get rid of this duality. We need to give space for other people to be who they are, that is just like us, right? If we are concerned only with ourselves, if we are policing only our behaviors, if we are seeing only ourselves on this big planet, we have no problem with duality. We are uno with God and with Jesus Christ. We're going to be able to respect our person because we know where she's coming from. She's coming from a process of evolution. And we know that she's going to find stones in her way. We know that she's going to find difficulties in her way. We know that she's going to find happiness sometimes. We know that she's going to find hope sometimes, joy, peace. But other times we know that she's going to find distress, that she's going to find pain, that she's going to find suffering. And it's the same with us. But when we are in a situation with a person that is going through terrible things, our position is not to recognize that person as a divine being. It's always in judgment. Always in judgment. Always in judgment. So, duality is this. Two things. Let's put right and wrong today. Right? And we forget to complete the triangle, the Trinity, such a famous Trinity, right, that we are. We are not just right and wrong. We have this third point in common in everybody. And this third point is this, that we are divine and we should look. We should give a chance to others to be what they are. And we should say, and this store point here, we should say things like, you know, he's not perfect. He's going through a tough times. He's learning. He's young. He's going to go through these things and he'll learn different laws, different ways to do it. Right now, let's respect him. We don't have to be in favor of him, but we can respect him. Because he's going to face his responsibilities for his acts. And that it's not us that is going to inflict the punishment in him. So we need to come down. We need to get out of the chair of judgment. And we need to go to the chair next to that person to show them that we are equals, that we have this divine point of light inside of us. All of us, all of us. Even the worst human being that you can think of. Okay? If you have in your mind somebody that is very, very bad, somebody that you hate very deeply, somebody that you don't like it at all, remember, God and Jesus Christ love him just like loves you. What does this mean? It means that the Master sees us as one, because there is no difference in treatment. There is no difference in applying love on us. There is no difference when he teaches. He sees us as one. So we need to look in our duality. We need to run away from this duality. We need to run away from our beliefs that build this duality as human beings. Try it. Try for exercise or for an experiment. Walk one day without any duality, and you see the difference of thoughts that you're going to have during your day. As you walk, as you work, as you work with your family, as you whatever, remember to do this. I don't have any duality in my life. I'm one with everybody. Then you're going to see a day that you're going to go throughout the 24 hours of the day without any judgment. You see how different you're going to walk, how different you're going to think, and most important, how different you're going to feel, something that you never felt before. And what is it? It's to discover who you really are. It's the only way to discover this is to be what Jesus Christ told us, is to be him. I see a lot of people saying, oh, thank God he never told me that because I would acted this way. I'm this way and I'm never going to change. That's how I was taught. I did this all my life. This doesn't work for us. These are anchors attached to our legs and the entire body and dragging us down in the ocean. Drag us down on the deepest hole of negativity. Do this. Watch yourself. Police yourself for 1 day or 2 days. Maybe you're going to like so much that you're going to continue doing it. Walk as one. You're going to see everybody as one. And you're going to see the difference that is going to make to you. Another example of that is the duality. It does when we apply all our choices based on our beliefs in this duality. It's very hard to find who we are because each day is a different behavior. Each day is a different thought, is a different way of thinking. Because we are not aesthetic in what we wanted, because we don't know what it is. Sometimes we're this, sometimes we're here. So we keep jumping back and forth on this duality, right? So it's very confusing for us, very confusing. Everybody here is looking for the truth. Everybody here is looking for something. Trust me, they are looking for something. Sometimes they don't know what it is, but sometimes they know what it is, but they don't know where to find it. And they don't know why they are looking for. A lot of people say, oh, I want peace, I want love, I want this. And then you come to this person and say, why you want that? Why are you looking for this? They have a hard time answering. You see, the answer is very general. It's nothing that comes from inside. Because divine truth is inside of us. It will be out there when we act as divine, when we act as one. 2,000 years has passed since the most peaceful, the most extraordinary person have stepped foot on this planet. And we're still fighting with us. And all the fights that we see today, all the wars that we see today, all the disagreement, the confrontations that we see, big and small, it's because we don't know what we want. And it's connected to we don't know what we are, and it's connected to we don't know where we came from. So duality today reigns the lives of millions and millions of people, most of us on this planet. And it's very hard for you to actually see who is that person, because one day is this and one day is different. Studying Spiritism and studying other things also, other philosophies, they're always going to bring us to the point to be what the great masters have taught us. Even Jesus Christ, on this John 10, 36, Jesus Christ said, listen, on your teachings, God told you that you are God. And Jesus Christ repeat that for us. You are God, you can do what I do and much, much more. This is in the gospel. The reason he said that is because we have the potential, the divine potential. But the laws that govern our lives today, that governs our behavior, are material laws. Okay, are materialistic laws, are based in materialism, are based in competition, are based in money, are based in looking for happiness in the material things, distance ourselves for this connection that we need to have in one and another. So the day that, as we move through with this evolution of this world, we came from a primitive world. Now we are in proofs and expiations, and we're moving into regeneration. As this world, this planet, move into this next transition, we all going to need to understand that. Because the new world of regeneration, the majority, the 80% of the population lives as one. Lives with the moral base of the teachings of the moral laws. They are no longer governed by material laws. They are only governed by moral laws, by the divine laws. They covers everything. The law of love. If we are applying in our lives the law of love, everything else comes together. Everything else connects. Because the extermination of this duality, that's what's going to bring us into a one point that we want to be. The point that we are on the right path, that we understand ourselves, that we forgive those who are next to us because they are just like us. They are on the same path of us. They have no different whatsoever from us because the exterior doesn't count. What it counts is inside here. And then what is inside here came from the same place as everybody else. Then we're going to be able to move forward as humanity. Right now, we stand separate, very separate. Right now, we are small tribes all over this world. Small tribes. Some people are tribal right here, he himself. Others are tribal with their only families. Others are tribal with their country, the way they dress, the color of their skin, how they speak, what language they speak. Okay? Others are tribal because they have the same way of thinking. Okay? And others are tribal because they think they are stronger than others. So right now, we live in a planet with hundreds of thousands of tribes separate from each other, very separate from each other. And this has daily consequences into our evolution as a planet. But God is forgiving. God has patience with us. But we need to learn. We need to understand who we are, why we're here, and where we're going. So we can eliminate these dualities out of our lives. We need to be one with God, and we need to be one with our neighbors. So if we're going to follow that, there is only two. It's us, one, and Him. So then it's going to be easy. So every choice that I'm going to do the best choice to help others. Every word that's going to come out of my mouth is going to be the best word because that person is me. And I don't want to talk bad about me. I don't want to do bad things about that person. Everything that I would do is going to be that I was doing for me. We heard already many, many times, do to others what you want to do to yourself. Now we understand why this is the golden rule. Because in reality, we are not doing to others. We are doing to ourselves. Because we are all connected. So as soon as we understand that, we're not going to be separate anymore. We're not going to have different ways of treating each other. We're not going to have judgment anymore. We're not going to have fights about right and wrong anymore. We're not going to have fights in what to be or not to be. If it's right, if it's wrong, if it's ethical or not ethical. We're going to eliminate all this. Life is going to be much easier for us, much, much easier. Because when someone comes to you with a gossip, you're not going to be able to get into that vibration because you're no longer part of this. You're now part of something way bigger than a gossip, way bigger than pride, way bigger than jealousy, way bigger than selfishness, way bigger than rage, way bigger of jealousies, way bigger of anything that is negative and drag us down. You're going to see this, my God, I am the Son of the Creator of the universe. My Father created everything. And we are His legacy. We are His love. Because the only reason we are here is because love multiplicates automatically. The only reason God created us, because God doesn't need us, He's God, is because His love multiplies. And the multiplication of His love, the result is us. It's all the civilization, this planet and other celestial planets in this universe. So think about this. Think how big we are and why we like to be small. Why we never use our wings to fly. Instead, we like to crawl on the floor. Why? Because we are not used to this. We are not used to fly. So we need to start it. We need to start getting used to it. We need to start removing duality of our lives. There is no right and wrong. There is respect for others' free will. Fine, good. Whatever he do, he's going to have to be responsible for. Fine. Life doesn't end with this physical body. We continue living. We are forever. Love, we are here for love. That's the reason why we're here. Try this. Try this new experience. Yes, try this new life without duality. Try this new life being one with our Master Jesus Christ, one with God. And you're going to see how you're going to behave differently, how your choice is going to be different, how your thoughts is going to be different. Try that. Thank you very much for all of you tonight. And I hope that we continue meeting here every Wednesday night over the internet until we can reopen our center and have everybody here physically. Thank you and good night. We're going to finish with a prayer now, and I ask you all to join me here through thoughts, through feelings, so we can close our work for tonight. We are together in this world as a family, as brothers and sisters, as sons and daughters from the same Father. We're here with the purpose of love, to make love grow in every corner of this planet. We're here to learn how to respect one another, to walk this way happy, with faith in our hearts that everything that comes from our heart is connected to the higher being, to our Father and Creator. We ask for those who are in suffering at this moment in this planet, in this country. We'll ask the mentors to evolve us, to bring light into our decisions, to bring light into our heart, so we can eliminate darkness from this world. So we are able to help one another, especially now that we are suffering with sickness, with hate, with despair. We continue pleading with our Master Jesus Christ to be patient with us, to put over us the compassion of your heart, calm our souls, so we can look each other as brothers and sisters. We are thankful for tonight. We're thankful for every day that we are able to walk, breathe. Thankful for our homes, families. Thankful for the food that feed us and give us energy, so we can work and bring dignity to our hearts. We are very thankful to everything that makes us possible to find happiness and peace in our lives. So in the name of God, In the name of our Master Jesus Christ, in the name of the mentors of our Spiritual Center, we ask permissions to end the work for tonight. So be it.